Already? Okay. Okay. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Thank you all for coming and joining us. Let's see. Glad to have you. Let's continue with Master YongHua's Chan instructions.
At that time, there was a Master Daoheng. Master Daoheng was the one who asked the Indian master, Zhuxian, to leave.
That's the right one, I think. Oh, okay, sorry. I was looking at the wrong slide.
So read this slide?
Okay. Yeah, read again, please.
Now we will continue talking about Master Fa Tai. Master Fa Tai was 6 feet tall. He's very good looking, and everyone enjoyed seeing him. When he spoke with eloquence. At that time, there was a Master Daoheng. Master Daoheng was the one who asked the Indian master, Zhuxian, to leave. As for Daoheng, he had a little bit of eloquence, but his eloquence was quite biased, prejudiced. He was very famous in the Jingzhou area, but he had an attachment. He said that there is no mind. No matter what Dharma he spoke, he said there was no mind. Master Fa Tai said, "This type of speech is deviant speech. We should have a debate with him to investigate this problem.
于是乎就召集了很多的大德高僧、上师有名的这些僧。
Therefore, he gathered lots of great virtuous, eminent monks, famous monks at the time.
他叫他这个徒弟谭一，就和这个道恒法师辩。
He told his disciple Tan Yi to debate with Master Dao Heng.
他引经据典，根据佛所说的这个道理，和他辩。
Master Tan Yi quoted sutras, used principles spoken by the Buddha to debate with Dao Heng.
辩论头一天，辩论呢很烈。
It was a heated debate on the first day.
这个道恒呢，很有辩才，和这个谭法师辩论。这个辩论了一天呢，他也不肯屈服这个道恒，也不肯呢认输。
Dao Heng was very eloquent. He debated the entire day and he refused to yield. Dao Heng simply refused to concede.
等到第二天，又来辩论。当时这个慧远法师也在场，和这个道恒的辩论。
The next day, they debated again. At that time, Master Huiyuan was there as well. He also debated with Dao Heng.
那么结果呢？他这个道恒法师他所举的这种理论呢，辩论没有口开，没有话讲。
So, at the end, they defeated the theories this Master Dao Heng upheld to the point that he had no more arguments to present.
所以以后这个心无这个意思，不成立。
Since then, the concept of no mind no longer held up.
在这个晋朝这个太宗的显明皇帝，也对这位法太法师很敬重。
In the Jin dynasty, Emperor Taizong, also known as Emperor Jianwen, also showed a great respect towards Master Fatai.
Okay, let's go back to to what Master YongHua just talked about. Comment from JC, go ahead.
Hello, Master. This is Saturday. We have 4 people from Shanghai in JC. Want to say hello to you.
Hello. I mean, not 再见. What's it again? 你好. 欢迎光临, as the Taiwanese would say. No? Yeah? Okay. Say hello, everyone, huh? All right. Welcome, welcome. I'm glad you're there. Isn't it wonderful that it's so close to Seoul that they can drop by on the weekend to cultivate together? It's wonderful. We're glad you're there. Yes? All right. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Anything you like to ask them before we talk the Dharma? Anything you like to gossip? Huh? Is it cold? As cold in Seoul as it is in Shanghai?
Outside it's colder, but inside it's warmer because we have very good flow heating system here.
I see. So it's colder outside, but warmer inside in Korea. I see. Okay. The warmth is from the warmth of the heart. Yeah, they are very glad you're there. They want to welcome you, make you feel comfortable and feel welcome. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Very good.
So for your information, all of us are fasting now. And Kenny and Maggie already the second day, or the second day, yes. They started 1 day before come here. And Karen and I, also the second day, we started yesterday, yeah.
Wow, you are tough cookies, fasting guys. Here in the U.S., I want you to know, we are on our 6th day now of non-fasting. We call it detox, okay? Where we eat no sugar, no oil, no soy sauce, no salt, has been hell. But we tough it out for going on the 6 days now, right, Jung-In Sunim? The only one who is fasting here is Jung-In Sunim. He's on his what day? 6th day for Jung-In Sunim. All right. But I'm glad you're fasting. Yeah, keep it up. Yes, 5.
Thank you, Master. Ni hao, welcome.
Yeah.
Your English is so impressive.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I just wanted to share that I look
It's from
forward...
Shanghai. What are you talking about? They all speak English, more or less.
I'm so impressed and just wanted to send a big Southern California welcome, sending warmth your way in addition, and look forward to hearing all of your insights as we hear the stories from China that I know nothing about. Thank you so much.
Yeah, okay. This is so much fun now. We have all these different places that people can come and join us, you know. This is like a big family, huh? All right, how nice. All right, the girls would like to say anything? Nice. Yeah, go ahead. Professor Jane from Canada is also here from Canada, Toronto.
Was originally from Shanghai.
Originally from Shanghai as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So the ladies from Shanghai is known to be a tough cookies.
They're tough cookies.
Yeah.
Very open-minded too.
Yes.
Yeah. Hardworking. Yeah.
Working harder.
Progressive, open-minded.
And beautiful.
And beautiful. Yeah. All right. Okay. Let's go back to the Dharma here, okay? So now he wants to talk about Master Fa Tai, okay? He's a very tall guy and good looking. Okay, we went from a very ugly looking Dharma master to a good looking Dharma master. That is called the middle way, okay? In the middle way, we send you ugly looking Dharma masters and then good looking Dharma masters so that you get to choose which one you like and you follow. Huh? And not only was he good looking, he is also very eloquent. And this is one of the things about speaking Dharma, or when you try to convince others. Eloquence is a skill that you can develop through the practices. Okay, all right. And at the time, there was a master Tao Heng, and the Tao Heng is the one who apparently was the one who invited Master Jue Xian to go from India to China. And what did Master Jue Xian do when he came to China? He picked a fight with Master Tao Heng. Okay, because Tao Heng is not as eloquent as Master Fa Tai, but no, not Jason didn't pick a fight. Master Fa Tai is the one who decided to right. Fa Tai, okay, so no, I'm sorry. So Master Fa Tai, who's the one who decided to pick a fight with the Master Tao Heng, because Master Tao Heng, even though he's erudite, he is very knowledgeable, has fairly eloquent, okay, and is famous in the Jingzhou area. He has a strong belief in the fact that there is that there is no mind. That's his position. Back then, as you can imagine, that was the Wild West of Mahayana in China, meaning anything goes. The one who's faster survives. The one who kills, who can kill the opponent survives. And so Master Tao Heng made a name for himself and stood very firmly on advocating that there was no mind. Okay? And Master Fa Tai at the time was very famous and more eloquent. He says, this is wrong. This is deviant Buddhism. And therefore, we should debate Master Tao Heng so that we can talk this through. Okay, so it's very civilized back then. They debated, okay? And they go for debates. So Master Fa Tai was able to invite a lot of famous and eminent and virtuous monks, okay? And to come and to arbiter the debate, okay? And so they made it very like a boxing ring where they put the debaters, and then they were to be judged by these famous eminent monks. And Master Fa Tai in his hand, okay, you can tell the Fa Tai was higher level than Master Tao Heng because he didn't debate Tao Heng himself. He chose one of his disciples, the first one, Dan Yi. You remember, I think it's the one who has like 40 disciples, Dan Yi, Tan Tan San, Tan first, Tan second, Tan 3, and Tan 40th, something like that. So he's very original in the naming of his disciples. And so he told his first disciples, his number one disciple, Tan Yi, to debate Master Tao Heng. And that's how they debated. This is the first detail that I learned about debating. I never debated anyone. Either I look at them and say, you're an idiot, you don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so I never had to debate anyone. So now it's fun for me to find out how the ancient masters in the past debated. Okay, and so they debated. Tani debated by quoting sutras, advocating there's a mind. Okay, and the position to fight the position of Master Tao Heng, and they fought very vigorously. First day, couldn't they couldn't come to any conclusion. Okay, and Tao Heng, which of course is eloquent, he's put his reputation online, and he debated very nicely and held firm to his beliefs. Okay, would not concede. He was wrong. Next day, following day, they debated again, and at that time, Master Huiyin was there as well. Huiyin was, anyone knows Master Huiyin? He's very famous. It's funny that these events are witnessed by very eminent and famous Chinese monks at the time. So it's kind of a big deal, when you get to be seen and listened and watched by these eminent monks. So it's like, if you will, Ip Man 3, where you have all these, Ip Man 2, where they have all these famous martial arts masters, watching you, fight it out. Okay? And so the best of the best watching you. And so Master Huiyuan was very famous because he was what? Anyone remembers? Oh, these important names in our small sphere. Huiyuan was the first Pure Land patriarch. He had a lot of officials and scholars who followed him to the mountain, to Lu Mountain, and to practice Pure Land by reciting the Buddha's name. Okay, so these we're talking about. These are known scholars and high-level officials who went along with Master Huiyin to just practice the reciting the Buddha's name Dharma door with the express purpose of attaining rebirth to the Pure Land. So he is the founder of the Pure Land Buddhism in China. Okay, so we should be very grateful to him. The whole world should be grateful to him for founding that school. Okay, and because of that, he's the founder of one of the 5 schools in China. Pure Land School is one of the 5. Chan School is another of the other 5. Okay, and so Master Huiyin is very famous. He's very scholarly, very erudite, and eloquent too, apparently. So he also joined in the debate. He couldn't control himself. He said, "You're so wrong. This is not Buddhism." So he joined the debate. So they ganged up on Master Tao Heng. It's a Chinese thing, right? Yeah. You gang up on people. Anyway, so they debated by quoting sutras after sutras to Buddhist sutras to justify their position. And Master Tao Heng eventually ran out of things to say to defend his position, to justify his position that that mind doesn't exist. Xin Wu actually means there's no mind, or mind doesn't exist. Okay. Excuse me. So Master Tao Heng eventually conceded defeat to the eloquence of his 2 opponents, Master Tan Yi and Master Huiyuan. Okay. Questions? That's Buddhist monks fighting. Buddhist monk kung fu, you will. Okay? They debate. And as per the tradition from India, the Indian tradition, they love to debate. And I think they brought it from India to China initially. In the early years of Buddhism in China, they also imitated the Indians and debated on the principles and the sutras teachings. All right? Questions, comments? Yes, 5 fingers. What happened to Chok Yon? She ran away from home and went to Jeju Island?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah? Go ahead. You have 2 more days to go. 3 more days? Isn't that exciting? Yeah, 3 more days. Yeah. You look so good. You can do another 5 days. You know, over here, Bokyong did 19 days.
Who?
Bokyong.
복영이.
Yeah.
Wow, good for her.
And she looked as fresh as a flower on day 19. She looked pretty bad for 1 day. And the rest of the day, she looked as fresh
Wow.
as... Okay, what did you want to say? Sorry.
So what made the Venerable Dahong so special that all these important monks gathered together to help him out?
To help who out?
That Venerable Dahong, when he said about no mind,
Yeah.
what made that monk so special that so many monks take time and effort to come and try to help him out to fix the wrong thought.
That's a good point. Why would they show up, you think? Why would these eminent monks would show up in these debates? Good point. Why would they show up? Don't you do that in Korea, in K-land? You have debates in K-land, or you all get along very nicely together? Yes, sir, 5.
Thank you, Master. I appreciate that question, but I'm wondering, I'm just reading the translation of the monk's position, which is no mind. Could you maybe give a little bit more context to what that means, or does it just mean you don't have a mind?
Basically says that Master Tao Heng's position is that it seems to be that he says mind doesn't exist. Okay, that's how his position is. It's not clear as to what he used to substantiate that. Of course, we know that he's wrong. Everyone who understands Buddhism knows it's wrong. Maybe that's why these eminent monks showed up to make sure that they get over this little hump where a famous monk and well-respected among as their peers would be advocating the wrong Buddhist teaching. So maybe that's why they showed up, because he's simply wrong. What is his mind, no mind, or whatever? Okay, it's not clear from the simple explanation of Master YongHua, but let me explain to you, give you some ideas about mind. How's that? I cannot explain what Tao Heng's position was, but I can tell you what the concept of mind in Buddhism is. Would that help? No? Okay, you're not interested? Can we move on? I'm not going to debate with you. Huh? Yeah? I can't hear you. Okay, okay. Now that we are unanimously want to hear me, I will be glad to tell you. Okay, Buddhism. There is thing the Buddhist teaching. The Buddhist teaching is that there's a mind. Okay, don't tell me it's no mind because that's nonsense. First of all. To say there's no mind would be to refute the fact that you are not thinking at all. Your thinking mind is a mind. Yeah? You cannot tell me that you have no mind because that's what you do all day long. You think, and you think. Yeah? Isn't there a French philosopher who says, I think, therefore I am? Je pense. Therefore, I forgot what French for therefore. Alors que je suis. Je pense, donc je suis. Okay? I think, therefore I am. It's very profound, that statement right there. I am because of my thinking mind. Okay? That's Western philosophy back then. Okay? It's the truth. We all are using our thinking mind every day. We go to work, we use our thinking mind to work. We go home, and use our thinking mind to connect with our loved ones. Yeah? Tussle. Yeah? Okay. So you see, in Buddhism, you say there's no mind is nonsense. It's my perspective. Yeah, to say that you have no mind, and what are you doing? How do you live your life? You have no mind. You've been using your mind all your life. How can you say it's no mind? How can we tell you it's no mind? Okay, that's point number one. Point number two. Point number two. So Master Tao Heng right there is wrong. At first, I don't need Buddhist sutras to tell him it's wrong, because who is he to insult all of us, including me, that we have no mind, that we are robots, we are chatbots, we are AI deepfakes? Huh? We are as genuine and authentic as we can be. We're fasting, we're detoxing, that's very real. We are having fun, we're hurting, it's all real to us, yes? It's experienced by the mind, okay? And so therefore, Master Tao Heng cannot be so insulting as to say that there is no mind, meaning we don't exist. Pascal, the French philosopher, is so wrong. Have some respect. He's a philosopher from France. Yes, go for us. Dissension. Yes.
Yes. I think is it saying it's wrong to say there is no mind, but it could be better if we say the mind is empty or emptiness, because in the Heart Sutra it said form sắc thọ tưởng hành thức thì cũng đều là không hết, thì nó là emptiness. So maybe that in the translation is empty instead of saying no mind.
No, you're messing it up. You're quoting Heart Sutra, but you're giving the wrong quote. Heart Sutra doesn't say mind, he says xiang, thinking.
It said form is emptiness. Form is our our body.
Form is sir. Okay, where's mind? Continue. Let me debate with him for a moment. Hang on, people. Hang on. Don't leave. Go continue. Let me debate him. Let me show you how we debate in Buddhism.
It's a feeling.
Feeling, okay. Where's mind?
Feeling thọ tưởng hành thức la mind, because we are the combination of body and mind. Body is form, and then thọ tưởng hành thức is our mind.
I need a Tan E here.
And then they are both empty.
Where's my Tan E? Oh, my Tan E left already. The first monk disciple. I don't have anyone to debate this externalist.
Yeah, that's what we learn. We learn that we are the combination of the body and mind.
Can you see? Can you see
Empty as well.
Can you see how it was going back then when Master Tan E was fighting Master Tao Heng? You see, they would not give up. They keep on, standing firm. Their beliefs, like this externalist man here. Yes, go ahead. In the back, maybe Tan Er.
Master, in slide 92, the Chinese character is Xingwu. Is there a difference between when we say Xingwu and Wuxing?
Yeah, and that's why I would translate the mind does not exist, according to the Chinese here. Okay? The mind does not exist. And that's exactly what I'm trying to explain until there's some other temple disciples try to quote give me the wrong quote to disorient me. But
the mind is empty. The mind is empty. That's what I understand.
No, sir.
I haven't heard.
Your quote is wrong. What happened to Tan Er? Huh? Do we have a Tan Er? Tan E is the loser. I need a Tan Er. I don't need a Tan E. I can get away with Tan Si or Tan Si Shu. Yes, go ahead, Tan, number 4.
궁금한 게 하나 있습니다. 이렇게 몸이 다 사라지고 몸이 다 사라졌다는 것을 몸이 다 사라졌는데 몸이 다 사라졌다는 것을 이렇게 인지하고 있는 그것이 무엇인지 궁금합니다.
Master, I have one question.
What, you helping or you helping him? Who are you helping, first of all? Go ahead, translate.
Okay, Ben Xi has one question. She wants to know when the body disappears, but something recognizes that body disappears. What is that?
The body disappears? What are you talking about? What body disappears? Your body disappears?
결과 보자고 앉아 있었는데 제 몸이 없어졌는데 없어졌다는 것만 이렇게 알고 있는 그 무엇이 있었습니다. 그거는 무엇인지 궁금합니다. 이게 마음인지 생각인지 몸이 사라졌는데 왜 그거를 사라졌다는 것을 이렇게 인지하는지 그것이 무엇인지 궁금합니다.
I was doing a full lotus and my body disappeared. It just disappeared. And I was recognizing that my body disappeared. So I want to know what's recognizing it. Is it my mind or is it my thinking? My body disappeared, but why do I recognize that? What is it?
It's your Buddha nature recognizes it. Okay, go ahead, go first.
Master, I disagree with Yong.
You disagree with Yong? Okay, that should be with my Tan Chi.
So I think first that empty does not mean it doesn't exist. It just means you shouldn't be attached to it. But I think also mind is there's the words that 因观法界性一切有心造you should know the nature of the Dharma realms, that everything comes from the mind.
Okay.
So I think in Buddhism we say all the dharmas come from the mind, so
Excellent.
The mind exists.
Very good. Are you fasting?
Yes, 4 days.
You sound terrible. Stop fasting.
Yeah.
You are making fasting look so bad. Look at like that Korean girl there. You know, she fasts for 19 days. She looks so happy.
Yeah, why is that?
I wish that people do that. Then everyone would be fasting. Go ahead,
Yes,
opponent.
I think maybe the translation, because the mind is empty, but somehow he understands it's no mind, but it's supposed to be empty. That's
No,
indeed.
no. Empty with Xin Gong. Xin Wu is no mind. The translation is correct. Okay? Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Emitofuo.
Yeah. Okay. We just established he's wrong about translation. Okay, guys, when we beat someone, like in a boxing match, we knock them out. Okay? We don't simply just go by score points. We just put them on the floor. Okay. First of all, he quoted the Heart Sutra. And I let my monks answer this quote. Master O Abbot, do you agree with his quote of the Heart Sutra?
Như là Phật, cái tâm á, thì mình suy nghĩ này kia đó. Bây giờ trở lại cái thí dụ đi. Đức Phật gõ cái chuông, Ngài A Nan nghe, thì Đức Phật không gõ nữa, thì Đức Phật mới giảng là tôi không gõ nữa. Ông vẫn còn cái biết là không có tiếng chuông. Tiếng chuông có hay không, nó sanh nó diệt. Còn cái biết, ông biết có tiếng chuông, biết không có tiếng chuông đó, cái đó là cái chân tâm của ông, Phật tánh của ông. Nó thường còn vậy mãi không thấy nó đâu hết á. Lục tổ nó bổn lai vô nhất Phật. Nhưng mà cái gì xảy ra mình biết, nó tồn tại mình biết, nó đi mình biết. Còn cái chân tâm nó không sinh không diệt. Ở đây Phật mới giảng là cái chân tâm thường còn của mình đó, nó mãi mãi như vậy. Gọi là nó là Như Lai, không đến không đi. Cả triệu năm, tỷ năm nó cũng còn vậy. Còn các vật chất trên thế gian này, do cái duyên nó tụ, nó hợp, nó tán, đi mất hoặc là tới, thì cái đó nó sanh diệt. Bên ấy mấy ông theo sinh diệt thì mấy ông sẽ sinh diệt. Mấy ông theo cái không sanh không diệt thì mấy ông là nhập vào Như Lai. Thì từ chỗ đó mình tu thì mình quán như vậy mình biết. Xin hết.
Emitofuo Master, so talking about this mind, we will remind ourselves of an example from the Buddha. He ring a bell, and Ananda, Venerable Ananda, hear the bell ring, and the Buddha asked. After he stopped ringing the bell, then the knowing, the consciousness is still there. So whether the sound of the bell exists or not, if you don't hit the bell, the sound it will not generate the sound. However, that knowing of the sound is still there. That is your true mind. That is neither produce or destroy. So the Buddha explained about this. That mind is a constant. It's just like the Tathagata. There's no coming or going. Whatever from the external things in this world, they gather together by condition, and that's called, if you follow that, you follow the production and extinction. But if you don't follow them, then you will be able to enter the Tathagata, and from that we can contemplate as is.
Very good. How about Master Z? What does he have to say about Jung's quote of the Heart Sutra?
Well, Master, I think when saying no mind is conflicting himself, because if no mind, what is no mind? So it's conflicting himself.
Okay. Anyone else would like to correct the misguided guy in Go Force? I'm dropping hints, okay, so that you can all gang up on him, like they ganged up on Master Tao Heng. Yes, 5.
Thank you. If I remember correctly, the Heart Sutra does not speak about mind, but thinking.
Thank you. The Heart Sutra said those 5 skandhas are not the mind. The 5 skandhas are your ego. Okay? They're not your mind. He's confused. Okay? And this is why when people come to you and ask you quote sutras, quote things, you better get the exact text itself, because the text never mentioned that the 5 skandhas are the mind at all. Jung is totally confused. Okay, and this is why you should not be afraid for people to come and debate, try to debate you. Just tell them to quote the exactly part of the sutra, and then you can simply explain to them what they don't get. Don't be afraid of these people who throw things at you. Okay? Let them bring out the exact text and look at the text itself, and you see that they don't understand the text. That's what happened here in Go Forest. This guy quoted this Heart Sutra here that we Buddhists recite every single day practically, and he fails to get it. He's yet confused about it. That's all. Okay? Typical of such people up north in those temples. Yes, sir. Go ahead, defend yourself.
Emitofuo, Master, then I think what I learned is completely wrong.
Yes, sir.
What I learned, yeah. Because that's how they taught us in the...
Where? Where did you learn that?
The Vietnamese Sutra class, you know.
That's right. They're wrong. Okay? I don't know which temple, it doesn't matter. The point here is that you should not be afraid of people asking you and quoting sutras. Let me tell you. Okay? You, because your level, you can understand sutras better than they can. So don't be scared. If they quote sutras, they quote things, ask for the exact text. Okay? Don't be afraid. Most of them, the level is lower than you. There's no way they can understand the sutras better than you. It's not possible. Okay? They may know more, but when the exact words and meaning of sutras, they will not be able to understand more than you. Yes, JMT. Have no fear of debates. To me, it's just a waste of time because these people don't understand sutras. That's why I don't bother explaining to them what sutras. You name me, you bring out a sutra, I explain to you sutras, things about the sutras that you don't get. JMT.
Vâng, cái chỗ mà nói ngũ uẩn về không đó, để cho mình biết ngũ uẩn nó không có thật. Nó giống như bị cái ảo ảnh, giống như kinh đang nói thôi. Cái biết nó không thật, biết nó ảo ảnh, biết nó không đó, mình áp dụng cái đó thì mình sẽ thành Phật. Cuối cùng kinh Bát Nhã nó ba đời chư Phật biết cái không đó miệng nó vướng mắc, không bị chấp trước, thì cái không chấp trước đó sẽ thành Phật. Như thầy dạy con á, khi thấy một cái gì thấy cả cái không và cái có. Như bây giờ trên thế gian này mình thấy bây giờ khoa học nó biết rồi. Khoảng bây giờ đó con học đó là người ta biết khoảng 20.000 cái atom khác nhau trong vũ trụ này nè. Thì tạo cái nhân nào đó nó ra cái vật gì đó, tạo cái nhân nào đó nó ra cái khác. Nó không có thật. Thì kể cả cơ thể của mình cũng vậy. Cái nghiệp mình tạo ra nó thành cái vật gì đó, thành cái hoàn cảnh nào đó. Mà cái biết không đó, nó là cái Phật tánh của mình. Vậy thì cuối cùng mình kết luận như thế nào? Là khi mình thấy cái vật gì, cái gì xảy ra cho mình biết đó là do cái nghiệp của mình nó tụ tập những cái đó lại thành cái khổ, cái vui, cái gì đó. Thì mình không có khỏi phân biệt. Mình thấy cái vật sức mạnh ngũ uẩn, mình biết nó ngũ uẩn nhưng mà mình biết nó là không thật. Thì không có chấp theo nó thôi. Cho nên trên bên cái phái lục tổ nói là không khởi một ý nghĩ nào hết. Ấy là tâm của mình. Xảy ra mình biết, không khởi phân biệt lên. Không chấp trước vào nó. Đó là tinh thần bát nhã. Xin hết.
Emitofuo Master, when we talk about the five skandha, it is said that the five skandha is empty. Is that we don't, so that knowing that seeing is not real, it's just like an illusion. And at the end, there's nothing at all. So in the Prajna Sutra, saying that that empty do not get attached, don't get attached to. So just like Master taught me that when you see things, you have to see empty and it's real at the same time. So it's like the scientists, they discover 20,000 atoms. It's because of the cause. It caused something to exist in that way, so that's why it is not real. And because of the condition, they create this specific circumstance. So that empty itself is our Buddha nature. And if you know that everything we do, we create karma, and when it arises, don't get attached to, don't get discriminate. If we know that the five skandha is empty, just like the six patriarch principle teach us that we should not give rise to discrimination and give rise to in our mind, then that is the spirit of the prajna. That's all.
Anyone else who would like to say anything else? Okay, let me explain to you how you debate, how you teach people. Okay, you look at this guy here, this Tao Heng here. He's well-meaning. He's not trying to. He's not a bad monk. He just doesn't understand. That's all. Okay, and it's perfectly okay for us to be wrong. Okay, excuse me. So it's okay to be wrong, and therefore it is the jobs of the senior monks and the senior Buddhist disciples who have more wisdom to point it out to him. Okay, and to me, I have a problem with all these eminent monks gathering together and gang up on him. I have a problem with that. I think it's, even if the guy is wrong, see, look at how bad we looked when we all tried to gang up on Jung. Jung is just confused. Why do you need to beat up on a confused person? He himself in the end says, I'm confused. Okay, I learned the wrong thing. I was taught the wrong things. Of course you taught the wrong things, okay? That didn't stop you from getting what you got, okay? And see, that's the power of the cultivation. But the point here is that I have a hard time, I have a problem with ganging up on people. Like Tao Heng there, even though he's wrong, we don't need to gang up on him at all, okay? He's entitled to be wrong. There's nothing wrong with being wrong. It's your life. We don't need to prove you wrong. And if you're wrong and your students follow you and believe you, I don't have a problem with that either. It's their choices. It's their lives. If they choose to follow a master and believe in what he taught, I'm happy for the master. I'm happy for the disciples. No need to beat up on them. There's no need to gang up on them, even though they're wrong. Am I too lax? It's called respect. If you're wrong, I respect you for being wrong. I respect you for being right as well. Whoever you are, whatever you are, I still respect you. There's no need for me to gang up on you at all. It's wrong to me. I find it disgusting, okay, that the Dharma masters gang up on him because they didn't like it. They felt that he was so wrong. Tao Heng was so wrong. They had to gang up on him and say, I'm going to put you on the fighting platform, debate platform there. I will send people to debate you until you run out of strength because you won against many. Even Hui Yuan jumped in because Hui Yuan felt that Tao Heng was so wrong. To me, that's so wrong for them to gang up on Tao Heng. That bothers me. Okay? You have to respect people for whatever they are. They're communists, they're wrong, they're Republican. There's nothing wrong with that. They're Donald Trump, we make fun of it and we talk, whatever funny, but there's still a deep respect for the idiot. The ex-president. The respect is always there. Whether he's wrong or right, the respect is genuine, We can talk all the one, but deep down in our heart, we must respect them for who they are. That comes first. You cannot help them if you have no respect for them. Yes, 7. That's very important. When you teach your children, the same thing. Your children may be so wrong, but you still have to respect them for taking a stand. Okay? And hope someday that you can convince them that they're wrong. But you still have to respect them first. Yes, 7.
Yes, Master, I agree with you on that respecting others, because when I first heard this story, first thing came to my mind was, oh my God, this poor monk and all these other synonyms, all the other monks are really against him and try to crush him down. And first thought was, that was just too much for anyone.
Yeah, it's not necessary for them to gang up on a confused monk. There's no need for that, okay? He's wrong, let him be wrong. Buddhism will survive whether he's wrong. He's so wrong, Buddhism will still survive. We don't need to gang up on him at all. Okay? The majority of the monks and nuns are confused. That's a fact. They are not enlightened, therefore they're confused. They don't understand the Buddhas, the sutras they're reading. Okay? But it's very important, let me tell you, even if you don't understand what we're talking about, the sutras that you're reciting, the sutras we're quoting, it's very important for you to listen to it, just for now, to plant the seeds. You will understand that in the future. This is Buddhism. You don't need to understand right now. But in the future, you keep it up, you will understand. Let me tell you, that's what happened to me. I didn't understand for most of the things I listened to. I recited, I read. I couldn't understand a darn thing. I was frightened. I said, my God, there's so much I don't understand. I read a book, I understood 10% maximum. It's scary. I'm supposed to be a pro. Someday I'm supposed to be explaining these sutras, which I could not understand. I'm telling you. That's what happens. So in our training, you have to listen to the principles first. This guy may be confused right now. Tao Heng may be confused. The guy in Go Force may be confused. But except, we enjoy ganging up on the guy in Go Force because it's for fun. For fun, it's kind of fun to beat up on in a team and beat up on him just for the heck of it. Okay? Because he can take it. Yes, go ahead, the beat up guy. The punch back.
No, Master. I don't think the enemy and the monk was wrong either. I think that the process of cultivation, especially those who do chant, sometimes you, from the beginning, you think everything is real and so, and then you sit and then you see your body disappear and you say, oh, it's nothing and no body, and then later on you see nothing, so you see that no mind at all. I think that's the process, and later on you learn something more, and then you say, oh, that there's something called Buddha nature, that the awareness or the thing So I'm thinking it's more like a process of cultivation, and somebody, like you said, somebody think is no mind, and it's good, not no mind. And other thing that there is Buddha nature, that's also good, and Buddha nature. So I was wrong. I learned something, but I think my previous or my teacher back then was not right, was not wrong either, because I think that what his vision in his cultivation. So that's what he's explaining to me, and then now I learned something new. I think that also right as well. So.
Okay, I tell you what, Xian Shou, punch him. And then we take turn punch him as well, just for the heck of it. Okay, he seems to be unfazed, unaffected, disaffected by your previous punching. So let's continue punching him. Go ahead, punch him. Just use your fist. Do your Tai Chi. No, do your Tai Chi thing. Real hurt him. Don't do like a girl. Are we having fun, guys? Okay, let him have it. It's so wrong. These people are so wrong, like Tao Heng, but they're so adamant about their position. Go ahead, 5. Punch him.
Thank you, Master. I appreciate the position Tan Yi was in when their master asked them to participate in the debate. Kin Chao Yong, how are you? Can I understand your position? Is your position that the mind is empty, therefore it does not exist? Is that your position?
My position is that the mind is empty. And the second phase, I'm not agree with it. The mind is empty. That's what I understand.
Okay. Just punch him. Okay, I tell you what, Go Force people line up and one person get by him and just whack him. You can use your fist, you can use your whip, you can use the sitting cushion there, which is very insulting. Just let him have it. Go ahead, we wait for you. Hey, we're not talking, we're doing. Lian, go ahead. You're the shortest one. Go ahead and do it. You go like a short girl hitting a real tall girl, a tall guy. I like to see that. Take a photo. Okay? It would be so cool. I would like to have this photo. Make him stand up, Lian. And then his height, he's 6'1" or something, and you like 4'5", okay? And you take that pillow right there and whack him up like this. Okay, he's so confused, and he's stuck on his master being right, and he's being wrong, and he's being right, whatever nonsense, okay? When you learn something wrong from your master, drop your master, because he taught you the confused thing. They allowed you to believe in the confusion. Okay? Cut it out. Okay? It's not about saving face, it's not about loyalty, it's about your wisdom we're talking about. You do not allow confusion to persist, the source of confusion to exist within your mind. That's very important. Okay? Because it's a waste of time. It's a lot of garbage there. Okay? All right. Let me teach you how to kill this guy, Tao Heng. Okay? He quoting sutras, never mind whatever sutras he quoted, but Jung's quote is wrong, and his master teaching him, explaining sutras to him clearly is wrong as well. So that's why I'm merciless. Don't waste time. Okay, I may be wrong. If you believe me, don't waste time learning, and you should dump all the masters, those masters who are confused, what they taught you, dump them out mercilessly. Okay? You do not allow confused understanding to coexist with your proper understanding. Okay? And there's no coexistence. All right? It's not acceptable. Okay. Let me demonstrate to you, explain to you, if this guy was Tao Heng, okay. First of all, again, I stress to you, there's no need for these eminent monks to gather with him and debate him, to embarrass him publicly, to show him that, to show the whole world, Chinese world, that he's wrong. There's no need for that. Okay? It doesn't help the guy. Okay? How would you feel it happens to you? You happen to be confused about something, and you take a stand for it, and then the whole world gangs up on you. To me, that sucks. Okay? It's not cool to gang up on people. Even if they're wrong, you don't gang up on them. To me, you should go one-on-one until one person dies. Okay? If you want to, let's fight to death or something like that. But don't gang up on people. That sucks. It's not cool for Dharma masters to do that. Okay? I let you because you're not Dharma masters yet. So it's okay to gang up on him. Okay? And again, Liang, I'm still want that video of you whacking him with that pillow. Okay, don't have to do it now. Do it later. I want to take the video. Okay, you whack him from where you hide here, and his height is, and I want him to whack him like this. Okay. All right. Here's what I would teach this guy. Okay, you know he's wrong. He's wrong. He's confused. So I just explain to you, to him, to all of you. Say, hey, Tao Heng. Okay, listen. You cannot tell people they have no mind. Okay, they will not believe you. What kind of monk are you? You tell people that you have no mind. There's no mind, and the people will say, "Are you crazy?" Huh? And Buddha never taught that, by the way. Buddha never taught people that they have no mind. What did Buddha teach? They said that you're using something we call a false mind or a thinking mind. You cannot say it's no mind. Buddha never said it's no mind. There is a false mind. All right? And you confused Tao Heng Because if you say that there's no mind, you cannot teach your Buddhist disciples. Okay? Especially, certainly not the ones in the West. They would rebel and say, you are nonsense, you're speaking nonsense. I have my mind here, my thinking mind here. How can you tell me that my mind doesn't exist? The mind does not exist at all. There's no mind of mine. That's nonsense. Okay? So the Buddha says, there's a mind, therefore you're wrong, son. Okay? Tao Heng, you're wrong. All due respect, you're wrong. There's a mind. To them. Yes? To the non-Buddhists, for example, can you tell them there's no mind? They will look at us and say, you guys are crazy. Yes? You're not for me. The non-Buddhists, they would tell us that you guys are crazy. I don't buy into this Buddhism thing here. Okay? And so it's wrong for Tao Heng to say there's no mind to the non-Buddhists. Okay? That's alarming to them, which is untrue as well. There's a mind to the non-Buddhists. The Buddhism, we call it a false mind, but there's still a mind. There's a mind, you add an adjective called false on top of it, then the mind exists. Is that clear? So, Tao Heng, you're wrong. Another point you're wrong about Tao Heng is that, let me prove to you, that you are not been able to reach the ultimate cultivation as a monk yet. That's why you don't understand something called a true mind. Because if you did understand there's a true mind, you would not be saying there's no mind. I'm telling you, Tao Heng, you're not enlightened. That's why you don't understand the true mind that the Buddha talks about. That's in all the sutras, Avatamsaka Sutra, Shrangama Sutra, Heart Sutra, and so forth, Vasha Sutra, and so forth. Okay? So I know you're not there yet. That's why you don't understand. That's why you claim there's no mind. It's that simple as that. You don't understand, son. Why don't you work harder? Or come and learn from my disciples. Maybe someday you become enlightened, and then you also, like them, see there's a true mind. You will never say there's no mind anymore. Okay? And then Tao Heng, and you have to anticipate this. Tao Heng says, but the Buddha did say in the sutras and the Shastra did say, there's a quote that says it's no mind. Okay? Mind doesn't exist. I said, yeah. His mind exists. The mind is empty. Okay? And what is this mind, empty mind? It's not the mind that's empty. It's you who's empty. Emptiness is not about emptiness. Emptiness is about you having no attachments. You don't understand yet, son, about Mahayana yet. That's why you don't understand. That's why you're claiming that there's no mind. You're totally wrong. That's all. Do we need to debate him? We've done our jobs. We don't need to gang up on him to prove that he's wrong. We just had to help him. He said, this is what you're supposed to understand. Okay? And this is what Buddhist teachings is about. And there you go. I've done my job. It's up to you. You believe or not, it's your problem, not mine. I don't need to beat up on you. I let Liam beat up on you. That's enough. Got that? I got my fun, so who cares? Why do I need to embarrass another monk, another famous monk for? Okay? You don't have. I disagree with ganging up on him like this. Okay? And I even disagree that we have to do anything at all. Okay? I explain things to you. When I criticize this Master YongHua disciples, Master YongHua and so forth, it's for your sake. I'm not trying to prove to people that I understand Buddhism. I have zero interest in that. I'm more interested in you understanding Buddhism so that you become enlightened, so that you become higher level and reach higher level enlightenments. That's my interest. Otherwise, who cares? It's not about me. It's about you. We're spending time every night speaking Dharma. It's for you. It's not for me. Do you see at the end of the thing where you make a donation, where all donations appreciated, and you can text 62332, and you can give for $5 to $10, and you multiply by 30,000 people. That's a lot of money, man. Yes, sir. 5.
Thank you, Master.
Speak.
And as your humble YouTube moderator, while we are not asking for money, we would not say no to you liking and subscribing if this video is helpful to you, so others can find it as well.
Amen. Yeah. Hallelujah. And then this is when I love to have a black people choir. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Okay? Make it lively, make it fun for people, man. That's Buddhism too. You understand my perspective? I hope that even though you're right, don't gang up on people when they're wrong. To me, it's not cool. It's so low class to gang up on people. Why do I say that? Because I've been ganged up my entire life. My own family, my own colleagues, on and on and on and on. And I'm used to it, okay? But I feel that's not cool. It's not that you don't have to do to others, that's all. It's okay for others to do it to you because it helps your cultivation, but you don't have to do it to others. Yes, 8.
Emitofuo Master, would you say that the thinking mind is empty, that we are trying to, in our cultivation, let go of any attachment to it?
That's what the Buddhists would like you to know. I teach you slightly differently. I'm teaching you that your thinking mind is useful to you, okay, in your work at home right now. I'm teaching you Chan. I'm teaching you this training period, Chan Chi here, or the ceremonies and so forth. And then the classes are forth, even this talk, so forth, designed to help you. Okay, be able to learn to stop using that thinking mind. That's all. Because right now you can't. You can't stop using it. You keep look, this is your condition right now. You keep on thinking and thinking and thinking. You cannot stop. Correct? All I'm trying to do for you, for all of you, is go through this process here that will help you. One day, all of a sudden, you stop thinking. And then the body disappears. The world disappears. Then you experience something called emptiness that comes from your letting go of your attachments. You discover it yourself. And then you realize that you have a choice between when it's time to think, think. When it's time not to think, take a break. Then you have a choice. Right now you have no choice. And you find that life's so much better when you have more choices. In particular, the choices of not thinking. And then you find out next level is that you realize that the not thinking mind is a better problem solver than your thinking mind. And after that, you want to call the empty, non-empty, not that important anymore. That's why I don't care if Jung is confused about concept. You see, I brought him, we still brought him, he still got to where he is right now with all these confused things, but it's okay. At that moment, we brought him to that level. Now we can simply slowly and carefully, casually undo those wrong teachings that he believed. That's all. It's about you experiencing that state of non-thinking. What you call it doesn't matter, okay? When you experience that state, then you're far better off. You're a superior individual. Really are now, you are special.
Yeah, thank you, Master. Just one more quick question. So while I was practicing, I had a lot of thoughts coming up. Most of them are like a good thoughts, like taking care of my life or my family, or even like society. So those good thoughts also, I have to really tell myself, I don't care, to drop them. So that felt like a little bit of, not good to say, like I don't care. But only then I was able to drop it. Is that how people practice? Like they got to get to a point they don't care about anything to drop all thinking?
No. During the training, again, when you at work, you have to think. When you're working, you use your mind, your thinking mind. When you're at home, you have to care for your family. That's normal. But when you meditate, when you go this training here during a Chanchi, you're learning to stop worrying about your family, about your job, just for during the duration. That's all. Okay, so that now, okay, you have developed this ability not to think about those things, not to use your thinking mind to scheme, to plan. Okay? That's all. It's very clear. During a Chanchi, during the Chan class, you learn when these thoughts worry about your family, your job comes up, okay? You say, okay, later, not now. That's all. That's the training. It's a skill to be able to say, not now. Because right now you can't yourself. You cannot say not now. Because as soon as it comes up, oh my God, I need to worry about this. Oh my God, I need to fix this. Yes? Oh my God, it would be nice to have a burger with all the non-oily food I've been eating the last few days. Okay? You cannot stop it. You're training yourself. You're being trained to have the willpower say, nope. Stop thinking. And because of that, okay, you eventually will see your true mind. It's a natural progression. So whether you understand or not, like YongHua is totally confused, even though he's confused, the guy in Go Force about the principles of these 5 skandhas and so forth, it doesn't matter. All that is still thinking, okay? He always trained during the Chanchi, to stop thinking for a moment, that's all. And that's incredible achievement. Okay? And so once you got that, it's easy for him to learn and correct himself. It's very easy. Okay? So that's why my teaching to Tao would be the same. Say, son, okay, nice try, but you're confused. Okay? And I prove to you that you're confused because you don't understand the true mind yet, because your cultivation is not complete yet. Go there. Okay? Talk to these people who have seen the true mind, and you see, and then you understand what I'm talking about. Then one day you realize you're wrong. That's all. You try to help him. You don't try to embarrass him. And it's done in private. You don't need to do it in front of everyone. Again, children, I'm not trying to make other monks and nuns look bad. I'm more concerned about you. Don't do the wrong things they're doing, that's all. Okay? Any other questions, comments? Yes, 7.
Thank you, Master. I have a comment here from Mary Jo, and she says it was Descartes is the French philosopher.
Descartes.
Descartes. Thank you.
Yeah. Descartes? Oh, I thought it was Pascal. Pascal. Oh, anyway. All right, but thank you, Mary Jo. All right. French philosophers are confused anyway, so that's why I never took them seriously. Then good thing they're dead, so it doesn't matter what I say. Yes, 9.
Thank you, Master. So what is the difference between your mind is being empty and you're being empty?
Emptiness in Buddhism, in Chan in particular, refers to the experience where you have no thoughts. Okay, so it's not well explained concept in Buddhism. Okay, and so when your mind is free of thoughts, that's when you are in samadhi. So that's why in Buddhism we train you to enter samadhi. All these tricks and things we do with you, fasting or detoxing, whatever, and speaking Dharma. I mean, speaking Dharma here is supposed to help you be free of thoughts as well. Okay, we have so many tools, many venues for us to do this. Okay, when you bring you to the state of where you enter samadhi, you free of some thoughts. So low-level samadhi, you free of certain thoughts. And your high-level samadhi, you have freer of more and more thoughts, and more and more, and more and more, and more and more, okay? Until you're totally free of thoughts. So which mind are we talking about? The mind down here, when it's free of thought, is still no mind. No mind, no mind, no mind, by definition. But ultimately, when you go up to this level, when you're totally free of thoughts, that's when you find the true mind. But until then, you still are experiencing the emptiness of the mind. See how I explain it to you? You see, it's very clear, and very precise. No mistake about it, because it's actually a progression of emptiness, not the way that the Chinese explain it, as emptiness, as the way they explain it is not that clear. Okay? Yes, sir. Daniel, 3.
I'm just very curious, since we're talking about confusion, how do we know when the good knowing advisor is talking out of confusion? Like, for example, it could be a priest or the monk or anyone is talking out of confusion or in not confusion.
In Buddhism, we have a patriarch system. You are not a patriarch unless you're enlightened. The first patriarch was recognized by the Buddha as Mahakashyapa. He says, this is an Indian guy who's enlightened. Therefore, you could trust his teachings. And after in time, Mahakashyapa designated Ananda as the second patriarch, meaning basically he says Ananda is enlightened. Therefore, he knows what he's talking about. Okay? When you are not a patriarch, then your teachings, your understanding is not complete. So that's how we can tell who we should follow. So for example, with all due respect, your God is not a patriarch. Therefore, he ranks very low in terms of accuracy of the things he teaches, as far as we're concerned. When you're a patriarch, I would take you a lot more seriously. That's our world. So it simplifies, it makes it a lot easier for us because you throw out a lot of garbage. Okay? We could be wrong. Maybe some of the garbage we're throwing out is enlightened, but it doesn't matter. All we need is to follow the enlightened teachers. When you need to get to a certain level of wisdom before you can tell, then you can drop the patriarchs by then. But it's quite a ways. Okay? So that's a middle way. The middle way means that at first you should follow a patriarch's teachings, because that will bring you to the promised land. Okay? And once you get a little bit higher, okay, then you understand that even patriarchs have limitations. Like the current one we have. It's very limited. That's why he doesn't dare announce himself. Because if he announces himself, he would embarrass Mahayana. He would embarrass his teacher. The teacher has to choose him to be his successor. Because no one else better. You see, you get to the point where you say, okay, I use a patriarch system to get rid of myself, unlike Jung, who followed his unenlightened master, who still believes at this point that his Vietnamese master, by loyalty, out of loyalty to his Vietnamese master, he still believes his Vietnamese master is right. Liang, remember, hit him. Okay? So that to remind him, he's being stupid. Loyalty has nothing to do with your wisdom. Okay? So that's why up to a certain point, you first make sure you don't carry the baggage that are slowing you down and preventing you from becoming enlightened yourself. Once you become enlightened, that's when it's a different ball game. Now you look at patriarch and you say, you don't know what you're talking about. Okay? You have to be, you may be those people's patriarch. You're not my patriarch. Because I don't believe you. That's different. Okay? That's a middle way. Middle way means that at first, you want to make sure that you're walking down the right path. So that's why, what did I do for you? I said, don't listen to the junk information. If you want to study Buddhism, study Master YongHua. You cannot go wrong. That's a patriarch right there. You study his teachings, you are 100% correct. When you reach a certain point, then you realize that you need to go beyond what he taught, because the patriarchs, they have a problem. They have to teach their followers. And his followers were limited. That's why he can only teach them so far. And that's the same with the Buddha. Buddha, when he taught the first Indians out there in India, he could only teach them the Agama teachings so that they could become a fourth-stage arhats. That's it. And then later on, he handpicked a few of them and said, okay, I will teach you more. And they handpick a few more and teach you more and more and more and more. That's what the Buddha had to do as well. No different. Okay? So Master YongHua, when I look forward with the disciples he can only bring them that far, so far. Okay? And he can teach them so much. And then that's all they could translate from what they were taught, because that's all they could understand. You see? That's why there's limitation there. And the middle way, Mahayana, is not confined to that. We take care of you. You first follow to this point, then eventually you will be taught to go further. That's Mahayana. That's a middle way. You're not stuck on patriarchs either. But I advise you to follow patriarchs only at first, because that's the safest route for you. That's the fastest route for you. Is it clear? And that's why the Chinese have that advantage over us. It eliminates a lot of confusion. You're not patriarch. Throw out the window. Put in the garbage can immediately. Okay? That's all. It's not about loyalty. It's about you. The patriarchs, the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas do not ask you, do not expect you to be loyal. They're trying to help you. Loyalty is misplaced. Learn the right things from the right teachers, that's all. That's all that matters to them. Okay? We're not stuck here in our temple. We may be small, we may be unknown, obscure, and so forth, but I'm telling you the proper things, okay? Learn from Master YongHua first. That's your reference points. And after you reach the maximum reference points there, we'll bring you up to mid-level. Then, look at mine, and you see. Okay? All right, we stop here tonight. Thank you. And I want you to make sure that Liam delivers